see Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders taking on Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins.
NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Miami Dolphins. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Now, Tua Tagovailoa gets set to lead this Dolphins offense for the first time.
To absolutely no one's surprise, the Dolphins did invest a high first-round pick, number 5 overall, to draft Tua in 2020. I think that most people would say that his rookie year had plenty of positives, but it was sprinkled with a few negatives as well. Remember, he controversially took over for Ryan Fitzpatrick during the open week prior to Week 8. Miami did go 6-3 in his starts from that time, but he had to get rescued a few times in games by Fitzmagic. And in his own words, he called his rookie year below average. I don't think the franchise believes that, but they're looking forward to seeing him improve.
4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Gaskin again on second down. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Tua on the bootleg here. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
So on 4th down, the Dolphins' new punter for 2021, Michael Pilardi, on to punt. Hunter Renfrow deep to return for the Raiders. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raiders getting ready to go to work for the first time, and they're led by their quarterback in his 8th season now in silver and black, Derek Carr.
And the rumors were pretty strong that teams asked about him in the offseason. But for once, got a pretty firm not available from the Raiders. Now in his 8th season as a Raider, still yet to appear in a playoff game. But last year, really solid numbers again. A 3rd straight 4,000-yard campaign, 27 touchdowns, just 9 interceptions, and the highest analytical rating of his career. Derek Carr is one of the top quarterbacks in the NFL.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. He was trying to get it that time to Bryan Edwards. That'll bring up 2nd down. first rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Throwing his car on third down. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Give him 30 yards there.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a third down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. This goes out wide for Drake. Derek Carr, very precise thrower of the football. What's the game plan for going up against him? You know, it used to be take away the short stuff, I know, but he's more than a dink and dunker, right?
And you are right about that. Great analysis of him because he has evolved as a thrower. Now he can push the ball downfield, but still, the number one things you want to take away, short passes, intermediate passes. So sharp, precise, and accurate, you've got to sit on those routes in order to cause him problems.
From the 41, Carr. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Carr to throw again. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. On the handoff, it's Gaskin. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Tua. Flush to his right. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Got a man. It's the rookie Jalen Waddle. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Miami's receivers had the second fewest yards of any receiving group in 2020 and the fewest yards in run after catch as well. Jalen Waddle, he might solve both of those problems. Taking 6th overall, he picks up a first down right there.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. On play action, here's Tua. And his throw here's incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Here's Gaskin. And Gaskin, I don't think he got there. No, they're going to mark him short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll try and run for it. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
They'll run now with Gaskin, and he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. This is Gaskin on the carry. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
A nice substantial run there by Gaskin, who was the Dolphins' leading rusher in 2020. 584 total yards in just 7 starts and got stronger as the season went on. Not bad for a 7th-round pick in 2019. He was drafted number 234 overall that season.
Finding Gaskin underneath. And he's brought down. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
You have to ask the question, where was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he'd find that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up with a 1st and goal.
They need about the length of the football here on 1st and goal. Brown will score. Touchdown, Miami. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it was Malcolm Brown who ended it with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. They'll start the drive with Drake. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. On the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Now a throw here, hauled in, and that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Carr signaling to his guys, let's go here. Now Carr. And he'll go underneath here to Drake. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. The Raiders try to move quickly, try to get everybody back to the line. To throw, it's Carr. And that'll be checked down to Drake. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Jerome Baker right there in coverage. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Carr again. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So now Carr and the Raiders dealt a 3rd and long after that sack. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to a 1st down.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we'll see how aggressive they want to be in these final stages before the half. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We saw a terrific first half for the second-year quarterback. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this 3rd quarter of action. Now to return it, here's Kenyon Drake. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On the ground, Jacobs will get the 3rd quarter started. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Carr. Pass caught by Ruggs, middle of the field. Now loose football. The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Following the fumble recovery, here's Tua. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tua. Going to give this time to the tailback. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. Tua finding Gesicki there for a Dolphin first.
We saw this jumping jack make steady improvement his first 3 years in Miami, and he topped it off with 53 catches last year, career high. Now in his 4th season, I expect his numbers to continue to rise.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. From the gun, it's Tua. And it's caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tua finding Devontae Parker for the touchdown there. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Carr now on first down. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
No tight end had more catches in 2020 than Darren Waller with 107. The third most by a tight end in history. Maybe we should just take the label off and call him an outstanding receiver.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Completes this out left to Ruggs. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Henry Ruggs was the first wide receiver taken in the draft a year ago, and he absolutely fit the Raiders' profile of speed, speed, speed. Didn't have the immediate impact that they had hoped, just 26 catches. Hoping to up his game in 2021. He makes a nice catch there.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. Down to the 25. The tackle made by Landon Roberts.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
2nd and 8. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He dumps it off to Drake. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Carr to throw. Got his connection complete to Ruggs. Touchdown Raiders. Derek Carr with a touchdown pass to Henry Ruggs. And the Raiders are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that one makes it 14-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all total. And it winds up at 6 points for the Raiders. Wilson. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Miami's offense set and ready to go. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. A play fake for Gaskin. Now Tua. He's going to air one out. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And they have the football that will set up shop at the 33-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Now after the INT, it's Carr. And Waller taking it in over the middle. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Carr now on 1st down. It's complete to Drake. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 27-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Carr. Pass incomplete.
If you're going to give out a little applause on that play, it has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the 1st row.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr going to throw. His throw incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Again, it's Carr. And he hits Drake. And they're going to stop him short of the 1st down as he's tackled at about the 21. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
one score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Carr, got to have this one. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Carr. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Here's Carr. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. 1st down Raiders, Carr to Waller. The Raiders try to move quickly, try to get everybody back to the line. Carr to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Here's Tua. He's got to complete to Waddle. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Tua able to connect with Fuller. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Tagovailoa. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from TCU, Trayvon Merritt. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Derek Carr getting ready to go again on offense. He's had quite the turnaround, Charles. At the start of the game, passing game was a little bit of a mess, but he's back on the horse, so to speak.
Love seeing how someone can rebound from a slow start or a tough start. It means that they're strong mentally. They've kind of calmed themselves down. Everyone's rallied around them. Maybe they even changed game planning a little bit in order to make things better for them.
A tough run, but not a huge gain. Dropped at the 25. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Second and 6. Once again, it's Jacobs. He's got the first down inside the 10. As they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
Did you see them hold up 4 fingers at the start of the 4th quarter?
They were ready.
They were definitely ready. They may or may not have done that, but they certainly have played that way. The 4th quarter has belonged to them, and now the lead belongs to them as well.
Carlson down to have the extra point. It's up. This taken in at the goal line. Then he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So Tua and the Dolphins down 21-14, a little under 30 seconds remaining. They've surrendered a double-digit lead but can rescue themselves late as they come up on first down. Now Tua. Open man is Waddle, complete. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Tua to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. from the 34 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now Tagovailoa. And quickly another 1st down, but tackled inbounds. Give him 12 yards there. The Dolphins have a 1st down. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the 4th quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
It will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the 4th quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Celebration time tonight on the Strip as we say so long from Las Vegas.